What is up? Welcome back, Shane, GTC. Hey, today I just want to give you a little driving perspective because I don't live in the city. I live in a very rural community, and a lot of my driving is on windy back roads. And so I get a lot of people that are asking, how does it handle? And I will tell you, it's different, and my compare and contrast, and I know it's not fair, so don't hate on me too much, is really between some of my lighter, smaller cars like my 335. Now, there's a huge difference in the way that these handle on the back roads. I will tell you, I love driving this in a different way on some of these windy back roads, and I know I can't give you that perspective, but I'm just going to kind of talk as we drive through some of these. What I notice most is this is, without a doubt, a heavy car. We know that. It's a heavy car. There's a lot of mass to move around, and you feel it. And it's not that you're just, body roll. The body roll doesn't bother me, and I've got it in sport. So go ahead and put it in sport. And I'm going to put it over in manual mode because I think that's the best way to drive some of these roads, is keep it in manual. That way you're not kind of searching for gears. And what I notice most is it's very rewarding, but it takes a little bit more work to try and move this car through some of these S-curves. And I think part of it is I'm not so confident with the limits of this car yet. So I'm going to try and turn this a little bit, give you a little perspective on where I'm driving. Okay, and then I can just talk while we drive through this. So push it here a little bit. This car is so torquey, and I think part of it is I could push my BMW. It didn't have as much power, but I could push it because I didn't feel like it was going to break loose. And I think this one, given its heft and the torque, I could easily at any moment give a little too much gas, and this thing would probably get sideways. So it's very rewarding. The seats are robust. I'm a big guy. This keeps me, in the right position. I don't feel like I need more bolstering, and this isn't a particular too windy, but you'll see here. I'll get going a little bit. Brakes, amazing. These things will stop you. I have no problem with the brakes, and I also like to down gear a little bit. But like this corner here, if you want to push it a little bit. Oh, it'll go, and it'll scare you. It'll go as fast as you want. So like that, just kind of hefting that car around. I think because you sit up a little bit higher, you do feel the suspension just a little bit more, and I'm not feeling a ton of body roll, but I get a little bit nervous in these corners. Hope I'm coming across okay. The heft of this car, even with these 305s, you can move these tires at any speed. I on a cold morning the other day, came out from a stop sign and had it in manual mode on in first gear, and it just got a little bit sideways on me, and I wasn't even pushing. And it's one of the fun things about this is it can get tail happy anytime you want. And a lot of people are like, well, 45 doesn't sound like a lot. It's the low end torque, and in the world of just tons and tons of horsepower, you got to respect that this still has a lot of power. So this says 25, I'm going 50 through here, and I'm not sweating that. I can go down to third, go through this S-curve, no problem, 40. Super fun, guys, super fun. Now, do you want to just go on mountain roads for hours on end? This is not your canyon carving car. You probably want something lighter and a little bit more maneuver, but that has a little bit more maneuverability. But I have no problem sweeping S-curves. This car absolutely rocks. So I don't know if I've answered your question or not. I like it. Again, I'm comparing it to my 335 where it just felt like it was like on rails and you could really push that car because you never felt like it was going to break loose. This car, it will break loose, and I've done it, and I think that's where I'm still sort of exploring the limits. I don't have a good grasp on those limits quite yet. But I am not by any means telling you that this car is not a blast to drive in these types of roads. Tell me your feedback, what you think. Love the paddle shifters. Absolute blast. Love it. All right, you guys. So just a quick video on driving through some of the mountain roads. I still have a ton of fun. I get a lot of looks, and it just sounds so good. So good. So I usually drive mine in sport. Gives me the perfect stiffness for the steering and suspension, and I just let it rip. Till next time, GTC Shane here. Take care, guys.